Assalamu alaikum, my dear friends and fellows. How are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends, look, manipulators and exploiters are everywhere, here and there, here and there. They are everywhere else. So we cannot afford to, overlook them. Why? Because they are the manipulators, and we cannot afford to overlook the manipulators. Rather, we need to be cautious. We need to be careful. We need to stay a bit away from those people. We need to understand that this person is a manipulator. This person is trying to exploit me, manipulate me. I do have to stay away from this person. I don't have to put myself. I don't have to eat the bait which this person is throwing at me. I don't have to take this bait at all. And I do have to become very careful and cautious so that this person is unable absolutely to manipulate me. So today we are going to talk what are the ways, what are the symptoms, what are the signs that this person is a manipulator, is an exploiter, is going to make an unfair deal, so that we could become cautious enough, so that we could become careful enough. We have, after some sort of research, after some sort of survey, we have come to understand that there are nine phrases which these manipulators are seen using very often and quite often. Nine such phrases. I think each one of us need to understand, first of all, what are those nine phrases, and let's look upon all of these nine, because these nines are the ploys, these nine are the tricks, and these nine are the traps, actually the traps of the manipulators. So first of all, it is, they will say, trust me, trust me, trust me. Why to trust you? Why shouldn't, instead of trusting you, why shouldn't I understand the things properly, so that I am better able to take a decision about what to do and what not to do? So as for the trust me is concerned, that is totally and absolutely wrong. And the second thing is, you are overthinking this. Yes, they will say, the second phrase they are seen using quite often, you are overthinking this, you are overthinking this. This is absolutely and absolutely wrong. So my dear friends and fellows, this is absolutely wrong. This is totally wrong. You are overthinking. I do have the right to think. Everybody have got the right to think. Why to take something blindly? Why to take your decision? Why to take your choice? Why to take your bait so blindly? I cannot afford to do that. I do have to become very careful. So I'm going to think properly. I'm going to think deeply. I am going to take a thorough preparation. I need to prepare it thoroughly. So the third phrase they use quite often, I know you are busy, but please do this thing to me. I know you are busy, but please do this thing to me. If at all the reply is that if at all you know that I am busy, then please let me complete my task first, and then only I shall be able to think well whether I can do it or I can't do that. So till then, as long as I am busy, so you are requested to let me work and not to interrupt me at all, not to cause any sort of distraction at all. Now the fourth thing they are seen using quite often, that is, just think about it. Just think. They will say something which is ludicrous, which is totally stupid, that is totally manipulative, but they will say, just think about it. I am not going to think about it, and once I do think, I'm going to just reject it. I'm not going to take it at all. If at all I'm going to think upon it, I will not be thinking in favor of you. Rather, I shall be only thinking about in favor of me, myself, and my interest. So that is, yeah, that is, just think about it. Now, the fifth phrase they use quite often, I understand your point. I understand your point, but. I understand your point, but why? If at all, but accept this thing. No, if you do understand my point, then accept my point. If at all you understand my point of view, then accept my point of view. Then why are you going to say, why are you saying something which is totally and absolutely different, which is against me? So no. So all of these manipulative sentences are going to be answered silently in our own mind. No, that is the answer to all of these. I understand your point of view, but Now, but there is no but. Understand, if you understand my point of view, okay. And now the sixth is, I am telling you this for your own good. I am telling you this for your own good. I understand better what goes in my own good, what does not go in my own good. I am telling, they will say, I am telling you this for your own good. Okay, tell me and go away. I will think well whether it is in my own good or it is not in my own good. So now the next is the seventh phrase they use quite often. You are just too sensitive. You are just too sensitive, and you are taking it personally. You are just too sensitive and you are taking it personally. I think, yes, I can take it personally. As for the sensitivity is concerned, I think that I need to stay rational. I need to take God on my interest. No one else is going to do that, but only me myself. So dear friends and fellows, all of these phrases by the manipulators must be rejected. So you are just too sensitive and you are taking it personally. If at all I have to take it personally, I will take it, but I think it is better not to pay much of the attention to you and rather to keep going whatever I am doing. Rather, I shall try to find out, if at all, anything good I can find out whatever I heard from you. Now the eighth phrase, they say quite often, I thought you would be perfect person for this. I thought you would be a perfect person for this. There are many others who are the perfect person for this. Now why only me? So dear friends and fellows, I think that this is very important, that I thought you would be the perfect person for this. And this is also a phrase, one of the eight phrases, one of the eight sentences they are seen using as a bait, as a trap. So we need to understand. Now the ninth and the last is, if you really cared about me, you wouldn't have done it. If you really cared about me, you wouldn't have done it. They say this thing quite often. If you really cared about me, you wouldn't have done this thing. I do take care of myself first, and then about anyone else. If at all this is not your right, why to give it to you? If it is my right, if it is the right of my loved one, if at all it is the right of any other person, so why to give it to you? So I think that is again totally absolutely nonsense. That if you cared about me, you wouldn't have done something. If at all this thing is legitimate enough, if at all this thing is right enough, why shouldn't I be doing this? I will do it because this goes right into my own benefit. I think this is my right. If at all it is the right of anyone else, so I shall be doing it. I am not going to get restrained. If at all it is morally and ethically okay, if at all it goes into my interest, in my benefit, if at all it goes into the benefit of any other person. So these are the nine phrases used by the manipulators quite frequently and quite often. We need to understand, we need to note it, and we need to simply reject all these nine phrases if at all said by the manipulator. But one last point at the end is that still we can take certain advantages, we can learn certain things, we can understand certain other avenues which otherwise we might not have heard, we might not have understood. Thank you very much.